Hey everyone, it's me, the e-bike cowboy, and for today's video, we're going to be talking about replacement handlebars for the Onyx CTY 2, so stay tuned. So, these are the ProTaper XR50's handlebars. I've noticed a very good difference between these and the stock ones. With the stock ones, I felt very cramped and it just was hard to turn for me. It made it lean very good with those handlebars, but it's hard for me to turn it. So with these ones, I can both lean and turn at the same time. This makes it where it can like turn really good. And if you want like a nice tight oval, this will definitely work. And I found that it's easier to control, like going over bumps, as I just tested it out. It's really hot, by the way. And it seems like I have easier to control it when going through bumps or just rougher terrain, and just more comfortable in general. I used to hunch really bad on the old ones, the stock ones. With this ones, I noticed I don't hunch as bad. So I really like these. They're around $66 at the time of this recording. I don't know, with everything going on, if they'll go up or down. It's unknown. But these are definitely worth it. Anyway, here's my co-host, MX Electric, to tell you how the specs are.
Hi, this is MX Electric, and as e-bike cowboy was saying, we put these XR50 handlebars on, and they're the ProTaper SE is the models, XR50 is the which bend it is. These are 7/8 inch bars, so they go right on to the bar mounts. You don't have to change bar mounts, they'll fit on there. That's real easy, it just goes right on. These are 28.5 inches wide with 6 inches of rise or height. The stock bars are 24 inches wide and 3 inches of rise. So that's why you kind of feel more a little squished and a little more bent over. So you get a little more width, a little more leverage on the bars, and a little more control with a little height so you don't have to lean over as far. They, like I said, they went on really easy. You have to do a couple things though. You have to reroute like your rear brake cable and your throttle, which it's electric throttle, so there's no cable, it's just electric. Originally, the throttle comes out on the left side. There's 2 slots on either side of the battery box. And you get to that by just taking off your battery cover, taking off your battery, it's all real easy. And then there's a steel plate that's got 2 screws on the top, 2 on the bottom, little tiny Allen screws. You take those out and the plate will just come right off, and then all the wires exposed. So we just loosened this up, we took the cable off, and originally that for the rear brake cable came out on the right side. You snake it back in there, and then you kind of just gotta move it around the wires, take your time, it's easy. And you bring it out on the left side. So that gives you a few extra inches of cable length, and then it goes right on, no problem. Same thing with the brake. That came for some reason on the left-hand side. We unclipped it, just unplugged the clip, and slowly you can take it out, move the wires around, you can even get the plug will even come out. And then we put it in on the right side, and then, just run it up through and over the triple clamp. We put a little tape here just to keep it secure, and there was plenty of length. Both of them fit on no problem, and the only one we had to buy was we bought this brake line, which is 90 centimeters. The brake line was $8.99 from Amazon, and it was the perfect length. It was 4.5 inches longer, and that's basically what we wanted. So it just clamps on, you bolt it on here, and you take off the old one, you bolt this onto your caliper, And then the bleeder valve, you've got to buy a little bleeding kit. Looks like a big syringe with a hose. You fill up oil out of the brake fluid, which uses .4, same as like most cars, most motorcycles. You buy it at anywhere, at any auto parts. And one person holds the line up. You don't hook it up to the reservoir yet. And while the other guy slowly puts oil in it, you loosen your bleeder valve and that'll let it slowly will fill up with brake fluid. When it just starts running out, then don't let it fall all over your bike. Have a rag or something. Then you bolt it onto your reservoir. Then take off the lid for your reservoir, make sure it's got oil in it. And then one person, just works the brake and it'll go all the way as far down as it can go. And you just keep doing that. And then it'll start pumping up a little bit, and then you hold the brake in like that, and then the other guy takes and just cracks the bleeder valve, and it'll start letting air bubbles out. And then before your brake lever goes all the way in, you close the valve, and then you do it again, and it takes a while. It takes 5 to 10 minutes, and then finally you'll bleed it, and then it'll stay pumped up. And then just don't run out of oil in your reservoir, because that'll push air back into the line you're trying to get rid of. Do that. Only other thing is these are for your brake sensor, for your brake light. So when you hit your lever, your brake light comes on. We had to add about 4 inches of wire. And so what I did was just cut, both wires, unplug them. And I just cut them, and then I just spliced in a piece of wire. You can use shrink wrap. I just wired it, each one separate, used a little bit of solder, and soldered the connection. And then I didn't have no shrink wrap, so I just used electrical tape. And then they just plug back on, just keep the ends on, and then they just plug right in, and that was it. And, you probably can find some wire. If not, you can buy that little wire. It's cheap in little rolls, and that's it. I just wired it together, stripped it, and so it's really easy. And just take your time. For the crossbar, you can run. It comes with a big crossbar pad, but it kind of blocks your view. So we had a piece of 5/8 inch hose, so we just cut it and put that on, a little tape around here or there to keep it from coming off. But gives a little cushion there. But I don't think you're going to be busting out any triples on this, so it's not like you're going to be eating a crossbar because you came up short or anything. So grips, same thing. Now you have a little more room to make your grips a little wider. We just cut off the old ones and just use mountain bike grips. And we took a piece of throttle grip for a motorcycle and just cut a section out of it and slipped it on for your throttle part. And that's it. You can want bar in, mirrors, whatever you want. And everything works good. And now, Cowboy let me ride it, and I couldn't believe the difference compared to with the other bars. It's really comfortable, and it just sit up nice and just feel like you have a lot of control and just easy on the back. So if that's kind of bothering you and you want a little more control, these are the ones that you got to do. And the whole thing might take you, I don't know, a couple hours. Okay, this is MX Electric. Adios.
Well, that was the little, maybe not so quickie review of the ProTaper XR50s. So, I think you all got the gist of it. I appreciate you guys watching and all the subscribers out there. Please leave a comment, subscribe, like, you know the drill. Well, I'll see you later, my amigos.